Well, ahead of tomorrow's jobs report, more than 8.5 million workers are likely wondering whether they'll be impacted by a recent federal ruling. The National Labor Relations Board last week broadened the definition of employer, while redefining what an employer is. May not seem to you like a big deal. Kate Rogers explains that it could have huge implications for franchise operators.
Do we add another layer of overhead? Do we add more consultants? Do we hire more attorneys? And what do we do to make sure that we're in compliance?
Franchisees across the country are beginning to absorb what last week's ruling from the National Labor Relations Board might mean for their future. Under the broadened definition of employer, franchise locations could be considered joint employers alongside their corporate parent, in an industry that has long separated the two. Now the corporate parent may also be responsible for liabilities and violations at franchise locations. Mara Fortin, owner of 7 franchise locations of the bakery Nothing Bundt Cakes across California, fears it will take away her ability to run her business independently. The former lawyer got into the industry seeking her own piece of the American dream.
I got into this to be my own business owner and to have a say in how my business ran with the support of a brand. And what's happening with the NLRB is it really takes the power away from me to run my own business.
Among her concerns are higher costs from her corporate parent and more oversight to remain compliant under potential joint employer policies. More broadly, the industry's largest trade group says the move may, quote, create havoc within the fast-growing segment of the economy, causing fewer stores to open and holding corporations accountable for actions and violations at franchise locations. According to the International Franchise Association, the franchising industry was projected to grow about 1.5% in 2015 to more than 780,000 locations nationwide. Franchising employs 8.5 million workers across the country, and this decision, they say, could stifle that projected growth. But wage advocates say the NLRB's decision is simply a reaffirmation of decades-old labor law.
This notion of a joint employer has been around for a long time, at least since 1938. So Browning-Ferris really just clarified that franchisors and franchisees may well be joint employers and have a duty then to bargain with their employees.
It remains to be seen how this decision may impact a separate case the Labor Board is weighing against McDonald's over labor violations expected to resume this fall. Experts say it could very well set a precedent. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Kate Rogers.